Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel. Thanks for being here with us. Sometimes changed and people felt it before they could explain it. A single silence stretched a little longer than usual, a pause that never came, a familiar rhythm that suddenly paused just enough to make the word lean it, and in that quiet space a story began to grow on its own, not because it was confirmed, not because it was proven, but because it felt like something was missing, and when something feels missing, the human mind filled the gap. What followed was just a humor, it was a chain reaction, a quiet observation turned into speculation, and speculation slowly shaped itself into a narrative, a hidden relationship, a secret kept behind the scenes, a reason for the silence that seemed too meaningful to ignore. The idea spread quickly, not because it was loud, nor but because it was subtle. At first, it started with small detail, a shift in tone, a moment where the usual openness seemed in slight restraint. People noticed less activity, fewer glimpses into daily life. For an artist known for a connection, even a small change felt significant. It created a feeling not of absence but of distance, and distance, even a small one, can feel powerful. As the day passes, that feeling depends. Online spaces begin to fill with interpretation. Some were careful, other more certain pattern were drawn between unrelated movement. A lyrics was revisited, a past interview was re-examined. Everything began to point toward something unspoken, something just out of reach. This is how narrative from in silence, not from fact but from emotion. This is a natural human instinct to seek meaning where there is no clear explanation. The mind begins to create one. It connects dots even when the dots are far apart. It builds stories that feel complete and even if they are not grounded in reality. And when enough people begin to share the same interpretation, it starts to feel true. But beneath all of this, something more important was happening. The silence itself was doing the talking. In a world where everything is shared instantly, silence can feel unusual, stand out. It invites attention, and for an artist who work often speak deeply about inner emotion and itself a reaction, that silence carries weight. It becomes part of the message, whether international or not. At this point, the story had already taken shape. The idea of hidden relationship became the center of attention, not because there was evidence, but because it explained the feeling people were experiencing. It gave a name of the uncertainty, but explanation built on feeling are not always accurate. As more time passed, the conversation began to shift. Some people started to question the narrative itself. They looked not at what was missing, but at what had a people been there. The music, the theme, the consistency, message of introspection and personal growth. It became clearer that this moment of silence was not entirely new. It had happened before, just in different form. Period of stepping back, moment of quiet focus, time when expression turned inward rather than outward. What felt sudden was actually part of pattern. This realization slowly changed the tone of the conversation. The idea of secrecy began to lose its certainty in its place. A different perspective started to emerge, one that saw the silence not as something hidden but as something international, a pose not to conceal but to create. And with the shift, the emotional weight of the story began to transform. The speculation that once felt urgent started to feel less necessary. The need for answers softened. People began to return to the music itself, to the reason they connected in the first place, and in doing so they rediscovered something important. The connection had never disappeared. I had simply changed from what seemed like distance was actually a different kind of closeness, one that kind did not rely on consistency, a bit or visible movement, but on a deeper, quieter understanding, the kind of connection that does not need to be explained to be felt in that. And the three threads that shaped the instantly movement began to resolve. The silence was not an absence but a space for reflection, for creation, for something that could not be rushed or shared too early. The rumor of hidden relationship was not a truth waiting to be divulged, but a story created to fill uncertainty, a reminder of how easily meaning can be constructed even when emotions are strong. And the unease that people felt was not about something being taken away, but about something changing, a shift from visibility to subtlety, from external expression to internal focus. When these pieces come together, the story no longer felt chaotic, it felt complete, not because every detail was explained, but because the need for explanation had faded. There is a quiet strength in that realization, the understanding that not everything need to be known in the order to be meaningful. meaningful, that something what is left unsaid carries more truth than anything spoken, and in that silence something new beginning to take shape, not a rumor, not a theory, but a deeper kind of connection, that exists beyond. But thank you for watching the video. If you like it, then hit the subscribe button and must share with your friends. Your one comment make us happy.